Okay, testing 1, 2. Is this thing still working? Oh man, let's go. Welcome back to the channel, people. Kagey is back. It's been a minute, it's been a while. I'll explain everything, but it's nice to be back. It's nice to hit the like button, nice to talk about Leeds United again. And yeah, nice to see some familiar faces in the chat already. So look, um, I don't even know the drill anymore. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and of course, drop your comments below. Um, yeah, we'll get into the absence in just a bit. Look, T85, shout out to you, Russ, Gavin. Gavin, please don't make me laugh today. I don't need that. Katrina in the house. Eamon, SB, Liam. Yeah, man. Shout out to everybody, man. Yeah, I'm back. You know what? I've put back in capital letters on the title. It's more like I'm back. But just for the title purposes, I'm back. But yeah, it's been a mad few weeks, people. It's been an absolute mad few weeks, and it's continuing now, as you can probably hear. Not all is fully fit and everything else like that, but I'll explain a bit. It has been so crazy the past few weeks, absolutely mad. Um, yeah, shout out to everybody, man. Thank you. Um, yeah, all the rum talk. I don't drink alcohol. I don't know why people keep on suggesting that. Um, but yeah, so yeah, look, we're gonna talk the game. We're gonna preview the game for tomorrow against Watford. I will be back after the game as well, so post match reactions will be back. But yeah, oh, it's been so mad. It's actually mad doing this now. I feel kind of I feel nervous again. I feel nervous. Yeah, King. But nah. So yeah, listen, just to get into it, the reason why I've been missing is because I was obviously you guys heard that I was having throat problems, a few weeks ago. But then what happened was I had a viral infection as well. So the viral infection then did something to my body in terms of my asthma, and it just absolutely knocked me loopy. Like I've been hardly sleeping, lost my voice. I've developed something called syncope. If you've ever heard of that, it's where when you cough in too much, your body just shuts down, and until your body's ready to breathe again, then you wake up again. So I'm gonna try my best. I've got my finger ready if I'm ready to cough. I'm gonna mute this camera. I don't need that. I don't need that going viral anywhere on the internet. But yeah, it has been so mad. It has been very, very stressful, to say the least, as well, for everybody involved in the house as well. So yeah, it's been a mad few weeks. Been in and out of hospital, doctors, um, collapsing in various places. Yeah, it's been rough. It's absolutely it's been rough. So yeah, I've been unable to work as well for the last 3 weeks. So people, support me, support your creators. If you can, drop super chats in, drop super thanks in after the video. It'll be much appreciated because obviously I haven't done a video in quite some time. But yeah, just thought I'd fill you in. I don't know when this cough syncope is going to go. I hope it goes once this bad phlegm's gone, because once that's gone, then I can just live normally again. At the moment, if I laugh too much, if I cough too much, there's a good chance you could see me just shut down right now. It's all bad. It's all mad, people. But yeah, Darren here, take care. Just stop the stream. It's too much now. If I had come on, I know I sent a message after the Millwall game, or the day before the Millwall game, and said that I'd come on after that game. If I had done that, I would have passed out on the stream. And all it was Daniel Farker doing something after the game when we won, and I laughed for a little bit. Next thing I know, a few seconds later, the people in the studio are talking. That's what's been happening. It's been really it's been really bad. But I'm here. I'm going to gradually get back into it. I had shows planned for the international break. Obviously, we'll do those, as the weeks go on. There's plenty of time to do it. But yeah, it is good to be back. Oh, Dow, come on, man. Do I need to see the flyers? Come on now. Um, but yeah, great to see you back. Sorry to hear about that. I hope it's a quick recovery. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. But yes, we're here. We're here. So let's get into it, shall we? Let's ease me back in nicely. Yeah, let's ease me back in nicely. You know I'm better than this. Um, but yeah, just quickly on the team news. Um, just quickly on the team news. There's a few knocks. Obviously, we the international break was what it was. I think the Wales thing, we'll speak about that in a bit. But Jorginho obviously had a little bit of surgery. I'm not going to go over any old news because obviously this is well out of date now. But Nonto Gruev being checked, Connor Roberts did come off in that game. Um, so we don't know what the team's going to look like against Watford. But Daniel Farker's he's a pretty smart man. I think that he'll know who's ready to go. He'll have a team that's ready and will be more than capable of going up against Watford in the game. Obviously, he won't be full strength. Jorginho, I'm surprised he's back already. Actually, after having such surgery, I'm not sure about that. And I do want to ask you guys about the surgery. I just want to get you guys' thoughts on the physio in all this. But yeah, so there's a few concerns to look at there. And I mean, the Dallas thing. I mean, Dallas, come on, man. Jesus Christ. Obviously, the big one, though, and I think it was obvious, and I've been saying this for a while with Pascal. He's undergone surgery and misses the rest of the season. It was long and complicated. It went well. He started his first steps in rehab. He'll be back for the preseason when we return to the Prem. And I just want to get people's thoughts on that one actually, because we always hear about Rob Price and the good work that he does at this football club um, over the years, but I don't know, man. I don't know. I think much like the Marcus Abad stuff when he went out and we knew we needed to get a new goalkeeping coach. Would it hurt for us to get a new head of medical at this place? I don't know. I just feel like with all the injuries that we suffered, and I know a lot of it was through the BLC era where their bodies were changing and everything else like that. But it always just feels like we're always getting reports of players that, oh, they're out for 3 weeks, 4 weeks, and then they're gone for months, months on end. And winning cures everything, by the way. And I've said that before. And I think because we're winning so much, we obviously haven't been thinking about Pascal too much. But we're coming up to a crucial time now. And I think we could have used him at some stage. I don't know, man. I just had a feeling that this was going to be long term. Um, Michael here is saying, don't trust he's okay to play. He's been playing through some problems when we could have given him some cover. Yeah, I agree. And it actually makes sense as well with Jorginho, because we've been saying, haven't we? He hasn't been up to his very best, but he still seems to escape a game with an assist or a goal. And that kind of compounds it. It made sense that he's been injured. It completely made sense. Um Static and Ash, thank you, Static. Welcome back, KB. KG, yep. Really sorry to see what you're going through. Get better soon. Yeah, I will, man. I'll be 100% fit very soon, man. Very soon. Michael, you're saying Farker Pascal will be out for a few days. Rob Price hold my beer. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they could just use with a fresh perspective at the club. I know he's lauded and everything else like that, but I don't know. Maybe a fresh perspective. That's just me. Maybe you give your thoughts in the comments, man. Darren here saying they always give the impression Rob Price is world class level. Hard to know. It's just when you go through him, isn't it? I mean, he did well with Adam Forshaw, obviously, but then there's also been the Bamford stuff, Kemar Roof before that, Pascal Strap this year, and I'm sure there's been more as well. So yeah. Thank you, Robert. You've been through the mill. Get well soon. Thank you so much, Robert. Oh my days. So yeah, Pascal is out. One other thing I did like with what Danny Farker said was when he was asked about the Leicester game in hand. Hold on a minute. Mm. Lord have mercy. uh Farker on whether Leeds are the team to beat favourites for the title. Danny Farker said no, Leicester have a game in hand, and I expect them to win points from their game in hand. That's just a fact and reality. Love that from Daniel. Putting the pressure right back on Leicester. This is it. This is the mind games time. This is where you play the mind games. 8 games left of the season. This is where it starts. And Daniel Farker has already turned the screw back on Leicester to get that win in that game in hand. Absolutely love it from Daniel. Also, as well, I just want to say, I heard about Patrick Bamford talking about the Rotherham goal, and I actually respect that so much. You know me, guys. I like the dark arts. Doesn't matter what I think about Patrick Bamford. I actually appreciate what he did. I do think he could have confessed a little bit later in the game. I don't know about half time or whenever it was, but yeah, I appreciate that from Patrick Bamford. But look, again, mind games. It's nice to see us doing these kind of things. We don't usually do these things, especially under Bielsa. Never used to happen. Mind games, everything else like that. Nice to see Daniel Farker, Patrick Bamford, all these guys doing the mind games of the game. Dark arts are necessary in football. So yeah, Daniel Farker, I did love what he said there. Um, Thank you, Ryan, man. Nice to see, man. It's not honestly, it's nice to see so many of you guys' faces again, man. Really and truly. Like, hey, really and truly, there you go. Bob here is saying, hi, Cage. You look back at the home game versus Watford back in September. Oof, it will be the same lineup except for Gray, Strauch. Weird how these things work out. I don't even remember that game. Don't even remember that game, people. That's a long time ago now. But yeah. Um, Tim here. I'm hoping there's minimal psychological residue from the Wales game. I don't think there will be, but it's always scary to see how the team feels after international break. Glad you're back. Yeah, yeah. Listen, let's go on to that. Obviously, Dan James, all the Welsh lads that were involved, going out against Poland, quite a tepid performance as well. By the way, it was very, very poor. Poland were there for the taking. But the thing I wanted to highlight with Dan James more than anything is obviously he missed a decisive penalty, which is obviously going to be a huge blow. But what I want to see from Dan James is resiliency. I don't want to see him shrink into himself. He's had a fantastic season so far. Should he have taken that penalty? I don't think so. I think a lot of people would agree with that. You're not looking for Dan James to be technically brilliant. That is not his game. But he stepped up. He looked like he was going to miss from the start, but he stepped up. But what he can't do is take that personally and make him withdrawn from club football. I think it would, even if we see Dan James start on Friday, tomorrow, I should say, I think he shows that he's got a point to prove. I think he shows that, I'm gonna put that behind me and carry on and have the fantastic season that I've had already. Um, Thank you, Natalie. Missed your videos and live chats. Glad to see you back. Yeah, I'm just about in it, just about. But thank you. Gavin saying the problem is we have no striker, only Kiefer Moore. Yeah, I hear that, Gavin. But even with that, I still think there's more than enough to beat that Poland team. That is not the same Poland team of say even 2 years ago. Never mind 4 or 6 years ago. That Poland team is nothing special. You could say that about Wales too, understandably, but a home game, a one-off one as well with 120 minutes. And what was it? There was no shots on target. Nah, I think they could have done better, but it doesn't fall on Dan James. He missed the penalty. But what I want to see, I don't want to see him shrink because that's not what we need at the football club. And this is me talking from a selfish Leeds United perspective. If you're coming back and you're shrinking, that means that you just don't have the mentality to be at this kind of football club. You can't do it on a much, and I mean on a much lesser scale. And I mean this with everything. When David Beckham had got sent off in the World Cup, that year, he at every single away ground, he was getting booed out of the ground. But you know what he was doing? He was performing every single week in the biggest adversity. And I'm talking about that's on a grand scale. Dan James is nowhere near that. So I just want Dan James just to pick up where he's left off with Leeds United, continue his good form. He scored before the break with a nice composed finish as well when it looked like he was taking too long to shoot. So with Dan James, Ethan Ampadu, he's headstrong. You know what he's going to be like. Joe Roden, these guys are headstrong. It's Dan James. We're going to see how he's going to get on. Banter effect. Thank you for coming back. My favorite Leeds content great. Yeah. Listen, I know I'm sounding a little bit rough, but hopefully you'll bear with me and you'll hear me come back like 100% very, very soon. It's been a rough few weeks, people. Trust me. Yeah, Gavin here. Page was wrong not to start James in this game. Yeah, or even and I'm not even like a big Welsh fan, but I know Aaron Ramsey's not fit. But if you're coming up to penalty, surely you put him on for the penalty shootout. But look, it's done. It's done. I'm just thinking now, selfishly. Sorry, Gavin. From a Leeds United perspective, those guys need to come back and make it a summer to remember. Get promoted. You don't have the Euros to look forward to, but you know what you've got to look forward to? Premier League football. And that's got to be their main target now. I don't want to see any signs of weakness. Uh yeah, Gavin, he's been on form all season. He's been brilliant. Yeah, Paul, yeah. God remember Beckham won in 98, got proper vilified. Every single ground that guy went to, it was abuse. And I mean dogs abuse. They were hanging stuff of him, weren't they? They were dressing him up in his England kit and hanging him off stuff. It was mad. And you're talking extreme scale there. That's a worldwide, footballer there. Dan James isn't that. So I'm just hoping that he just uses it as motivation to kick on and possibly look forward to Premier League football next season. Sai here with a super chat. Thank you, Sai. Thank you so much. So yeah, that's it. So here we are. That's all I wanted to say in regards to that. If you've got anything to add, of course, please put it in the comments after the video. So yeah, the fixtures tomorrow. Leicester away at Bristol City. In fact, I think we've both got tough fixtures. I'm not really looking at. I should look at Ipswich, shouldn't I? But yeah, Leicester. That's a tough one against Bristol City. Southampton at home to Middlesbrough, tough. Blackburn, yeah, they've gone a little bit off the boil. Blackburn Rovers are not the same Blackburn that they used to be. So maybe Ipswich get something in that. And of course, we're away at Watford. And Watford are a slap bang in the middle of the table. So, you can't get any more mid table than 13th, 12, 12, 14. It doesn't get any more mid table than that. But I fully expect us to have more than enough to beat Watford tomorrow. I do. Oh, I didn't show the table. You can tell I'm a bit rusty. Here we go. Sorry. Watford, here you go. 13, 12, 12, 14 record. And I do expect us to win the game. I do. Um, so I'm going to go, even though the lineup's going to be a little bit different, I'm going to go with I think they might score. I'm going to go with a 2-1 Leeds win. I'm going to go with a 2-1 Leeds win. Bob here saying, oh, Bob just following on. KG, for the record, we beat Watford 3-0 at ER, same again. That would be lovely, Bob. That would be great. But you know what? You know what it is for me, Bob, and everyone else? We could win the rest of these games 1-0. Don't care. Don't care how the performances are. Don't care if we're shocking for 90 minutes and sneak one. I just want us to get the 3 points, get the three, and get promoted. That's all I'm thinking about now. Because even in my absence of not doing content, all I've been thinking about is signings for the Premier League. I have not been thinking about championship football one time in the whole time that I've been not doing it. I've been thinking about who could we sign for the Premier League next season. I can't wait to do those streams. Who we're going to get for the Premier League to make the squad stronger, who's not going to survive. And those were going to be videos I was going to do over the international break. But obviously, as I get better, I will do them next week. But yeah, if you're in the chat now, score predictions, and of course, put them in after the video's done. Yeah, Mr. Ripper here saying Watford's safe and on the beach. Yeah, they're not going to get in the playoffs. They're not going to get relegated. It's probably one of the better teams to play because they've got nothing to play for, except for pride, if anything. But we've got pride and we've got quality, so we should be going to Watford and winning the game. It's going to be tricky. Watford is still a decent team. They've still got threats on the pitch, and of course, Cleverly is looking to make a name for himself as a manager. So there are things there, but the quality that we possess, I feel like we should be winning this one. Yeah, Darren here. We can take care of Watford, no problem. Got nothing to play for. Gavin here go for a 4-1. That would be lovely, Gavin. That'd be nice. Mr. Ripper going 2-0 Leeds. Yeah. Yeah. Right, guys. I've done nearly 20 minutes, which is more than I thought I would do on this first one back. And like I say, I know I'm not sounding as I used to at this point in time. But obviously, my voice will come back in full, and I will sound normal again. Okay. Um, DLR saying, KG, hope you're well. I think we walked this game 3-0, make an example that we're serious. And even though we will be missing players, our bench is still great. Yeah, our bench is still decent. You're right, absolutely. Darren here saying 2-0. Yeah. And Bob, rest up, my friend. Keep safe. Yeah. Guys, I will be back after the game tomorrow. Hopefully sounding a lot better than I am right now. So please join me after the game. If you haven't already, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, of course. And like I say, if you can donate super thanks as well in the chat, that would be really appreciated. Okay. See you tomorrow, guys. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Peace out.